Today, those in power decided that the killing of children in Gaza would recommence. If you'll just allow me 1 minute to say what I'd prepared before these attacks started a few hours ago. This is what I was going to say. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is so perilous that anything other than sustained peace and emergency aid at a scale will mean catastrophe for the children of Gaza. I was then going to speak to the dire situation in health, in nutrition, in water, in sanitation, and how it threatens a disaster of unparalleled magnitude for children of Gaza, such as the enormity of need that, and because of the blocks on aid for so long here, and despite huge efforts this last week from WHO, UNRWA, the biggest agency, from UNICEF, all of the United Nations, the health, the nutrition, sanitation situation, it has been worsening by the day. Now, I was going to end by saying that a lasting ceasefire must be implemented. The alternative is unthinkable for people who are, as a Palestinian said to me, already living in a nightmare. Inaction, at its core, is an approval of the killing of children. But here we are. The bomb started just a few seconds after the ceasefire. Immediately, I went to Nasser Hospital. That's why I have this on. Of course, the children and women at Nasser Hospital do not have these. As we approached Nasser Hospital, there'd been a hit, a missile, a rocket, something. I'm not a military person, around 50 meters away. Important to note that Nasser is the largest functioning hospital in Gaza. Okay, now it's at around 200% capacity. Rob from WHO will give you, granular and expertise in just a moment. But it's full. Children with the wounds of war are everywhere. Children with the wounds of war are still in corridors. Hundreds of women and children take refuge there. You walk out of ICU, there are families of 5 on a mattress for 2. This is the place they seek refuge from the cold. As we've learned from Shifa, nowhere is safe from the attacks. Now, I'd been going to Nasser Hospital all week. I would go to see children, to see the brave and tireless Palestinian health workers, to talk to them, to listen to them. Part of what I would do is just play with children, to try and get that moment to see if I could ever so gently see a glimpse of childhood return. And it had started to happen. Fear most certainly now has returned. So have the wounded. As I was there, ambulances came, people ran with bloodied bodies on stretchers. It is reckless to think more attacks on the people of Gaza will lead to anything other than carnage. There were 4 blasts nearby the hospital, very close, whilst I was there. There have been many more in the last 30 minutes. I finished by almost an appeal. It's what we've all been doing. Aid is an appeal, and then hoping in the corridors of power, those who have influence. Surely any conversation around Gaza, around the children of Gaza, has to begin with empathy, with compassion. It's deeply, deeply unsettling to hear how some have been able to overlook the tragic deaths of thousands and thousands of boys and girls in Gaza, and are now seemingly comfortable with the horrors, the attacks starting again. To accept the sacrifice of the children in Gaza is humanity giving up. This is our last chance. This is our last chance before we delve into yet again explaining why another entirely avoidable tragedy was not stopped, whilst no one sought to stop what is a war on children. Thank you.